Hi everyone, I wrote a free verse poem around last year sometime about the different situations that we have either found ourselves in, some of the different situations, past tense, or maybe for some people, the situations that you may find yourself in currently, present tense, where you are looking for something in the world but not really finding that it satisfies or fills the void. There's just an emptiness. And so this is one of my more informal, freestyle, casual rap type pieces. It's really different to my, more regular type of writing. But I really hope that it will resonate with some people. And if you feel that it will encourage someone that's going through something similar at the moment, then please do feel free to share it with them. I just wrote what came to mind. Disclaimer, it's a bit long, sort of like a monologue essentially, and it's a story in the form of freestyle writing, basically. And I was thinking about the title, either calling it He Came to Set the Captives Free or Welcome Home. And I kind of was leaning towards Welcome Home. And so that's what I've chosen for now. But if you want to add comments or highlight what you think the title should have been between the two, and I think that would be really interesting as well. So without further ado, here goes. Some people's hearts are broken. You see, young girl and young boy, that one night stand ain't gonna mend it. You see, the sweet words feels good for now. The reassuring touch feels good for now. Makes you feel special for all but a minute. But when that person leaves the room, it leads you back to questioning your worth. Questioning if you are good enough. Questioning if they'll stay. Questioning if you made a mistake. Oh, the insecurity. Won't it please go away and leave for just one day? The void that just won't seem to go away. All the vices can't seem to fill it. No, they'd just be leaving you emptier each time. The addictions you're trying to keep under wraps. The memories plaguing your mind. The old sins bringing shame. So you wear a mask to the world and pretend that everything is okay. That smile plastered on your face like an imposter. And you wonder if they can see what's going on underneath. Below the surface where the condemning thoughts come to play. Coming to make a fool of you day by day. All you want to do is stop the voices. All you want to do is not feel anymore. Just be numb. To provide some short-term relief. But how can that be a way to live, you ask yourself? So you bury all the uncomfortable thoughts, push the pain away, and put one foot in front of the other. Oh, Jekyll and Hyde, who said you can come out to play? Don't know who you are, don't know where you belong. There's an aching scream inside, but it seems that no one can hear, and if they do, they don't seem to care. Oh, and then there's that other annoying voice, the convicting one. It's all getting a bit too much. You want to book the first flight away from your reality, but you're stuck. Stuck in the mud, the mire, not only stuck, but sinking in it deeper and deeper. Can anybody see? Why doesn't anyone reach down and grab you up? Dear one, I'm hardly sure. Everyone's going on with their lives. Who is going to stand in the gap for you? The one you feel is invisible. You. Funny thing is, you know deep down who already stood in the gap for you more than 2,000 years ago, nailed to the cross for every sin that you and everyone else committed. He wants to acquit you of the crimes. He wants to loosen the chains. He wants you to start welcoming the inner guiding voice you often found annoying. He wants to plead before the judge on your behalf. He's already paid the price, you see. Can you believe that? He wants to wash your conscience clean. He wants to replace the filthy garments of sin and shame. He wants to make you brand new, a new creation in Him. He is not asking you to believe the version of Him that the world sells. No. He is looking for something more authentic. For you to build an intimate relationship with Him based on a personal revelation of Himself to you. He sees your broken heart and He's so compassionate that He wants to give you a new heart. He doesn't have to, but He wants to. Can you believe that? Yeah, I know. Pretty hard to believe, you're thinking. Why, you right. Thoughts of not deserving mercy and grace swirling through your mind. Thoughts of self-condemnation. Thoughts that you deserve nothing good. Lucky for you, He doesn't think like you do. He extends grace to those that don't deserve it. Else, it wouldn't be grace. It's entirely His choice. How amazing is that? It's literally His sovereign choice. So you should feel pretty special, amazed, and thankful. He's chosen you from before the foundation of this world. I don't know what you think about that, but I think that's a mighty long time for you to have been on His mind. There must have been a reason. There must be a purpose. Haven't you always been curious? Yes, you've wondered before. Well, now you have the opportunity to get to know Him for yourself. Not what your parents, pastor, or friends have to say, but what He has to say to you. Yes, directly to you. What His plans are for you and what your purposes are within His plans and His will. Ready to let go of the reins of your life? You and I both know that you weren't steering it well. You have an opportunity to start over. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but it will be liberating. He'll guide you every step of the way. You see, He came to set the captives free. He came to bind up your wounds. He came to return joy, peace, and love back to you. He came to reconcile you back to the One. He came to crush the enemy outside of us and the ones we have allowed inside of us. He came to return health to the sick. He came to return strength to the weary. You may think His mandate was impossible to achieve, but He is divine, you know, holy, mighty. Nothing is too hard for Him if you believe in Him. If you decide to change your mind completely about the way that you have been living. If you take that brave starting step to say, lift me up from this horrible pit I find myself in. If you're ready for Him to shine a light in your heart and banish the darkness. You see, you can let yourself out of the pit or prison you find yourself in. Not even by sheer willpower or force. That's why you need a Savior. Only He has the keys to let you out. No one else. He has always been waiting for you. Calling you. Aren't you tired of running? Stop. Rest, dear one. There's only one that can fill the void, and it is not things, vices, or people even. Just Jesus, the matchless Jesus. You see, you may have moved away from Him, but He's never moved His position. So you have a decision to make, and no one else can make it for you, dear one. A forever life-altering decision. I hope it's not running even further away from Him, but returning back to Him like the story of the prodigal son who went back to his father, and when the father saw him afar off, he ran to his son, threw his arms around him and kissed him. The father ran to the son that had run away from him before. Can you believe that? And that's just a foretaste of how God's thoughts about us defies human logic and reason. So when you want to run, dear one, run far away from sin, but run towards Him that saves, that loves you, that cares for you, that wants to hear from you. I imagine that He'll be smiling ever so happy, welcoming you with open arms, with absolute grace, enveloping you like never before. Pure joy and peace reverberating in your heart. Welcome home.